I'm going to discuss the interference of sound waves. We know that sound waves are I'm going to discuss the interference of sound waves. Since we know that sound waves propagate in a medium in the form of compressions and rarefactions. If we have a sound source here, then the sound source produces sound in all directions. Okay, so sound produces like so. Okay, I am taking only 4 directions. Okay, so the sound propagates in the form of crest and trough. Okay, so this is the crest and this is the trough. Okay, when you join all the crest, okay, then you will get a surface. Okay, and this surface connecting all the crests is known as wavefront. Okay, similarly, when you connect all the troughs, okay, then you will get wavefront of the trough. Okay, and in the diagram I am showing the wavefronts. Okay, here this is the source of sound, producing sound in the form of compressions, rarefactions, compressions, rarefactions. Okay, as shown by the wavefronts. Okay, if there is only one source in the medium, then the intensity of the sound decreases gradually as distance increases. Okay, but if we have another identical sound source, okay, S1 S2 are identical, it means both have same frequency and there is a constant phase difference between them. Okay, then the sound waves produced by the two identical sources interfere each other, and due to the interference there are some points where we get maximum intensity. Okay, and there are some other points where we get minimum intensity. Okay, so those points where we get maximum intensity of sound is known as constructive interference, and those points where we get minimum intensity are known as destructive interference. Okay, now the question is, what is the cause of interference? This is actually due to the superposition of the two waves. Okay, when two or more waves propagating in the same direction in a medium, then they superimposed each other. Okay, and due to the superposition, the intensity at some point becomes maximum and some other points becomes minimum. Okay, when the two waves superposed in same phase, okay, means when the crest of one wave superimposed over the crest of the other, or the trough of one wave is superposed over the trough of the other, then at those points we get constructive interference, or we get maximum intensity of sound. Okay, and when the two waves superposed in opposite phase or out of phase, then at those points we get destructive interference or minimum intensity sound. And at those points, the crest of one wave superposed over the trough of the other. Okay, crest and trough cancel each other and you will get minimum intensity. So here in the picture, at this point, the trough of the first wave is superimposed over the crest, okay, crest of the second wave. So at this point we get minimum intensity or destructive interference. Okay, so this is minimum intensity. I minimum means destructive interference. And here at this point, here we have a crest of the first wave and the crest of the second wave. So crest plus crest, okay, crest plus crest means intensity is maximum and we get constructive interference. Okay, here we have trough and crest. Okay, trough and crest cancel each other and produces minimum intensity. The locations of the points of constructive interference and destructive interference are based on the path difference. Okay, path difference is the difference between the distances of the point to be chosen from the sources. If I choose this point 1, okay, then the distance of this point from source S1, say it is D1, okay, D1 is the distance of point 1 from the source S1, and D1 dash is the distance of point 1 from the source S2, okay, from the source S2 it is D2, okay, it is D2. Then the difference between these two distances is known as path difference for this point. Okay, so this path difference decides whether at this point constructive interference take place or destructive interference take place. Okay, and we can find this analytically or mathematically, okay, both ways, but analytical method is more grasping or more understanding, so let's do this analytically. Okay, so at point 1 the crest of one wave is superimposed over the crest of the other. So here constructive interference take place, and find the distance d1, okay, of the point 1 from the source S1, and it is, this is lambda by 2, lambda by 2 and lambda by 2, means 3 lambda by 2. Okay, because we know that the distance between one crest to the other trough is lambda by 2. Okay, so the distance d1, okay, is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2. Okay, so d1 is 3 lambda by 2. Now what is d1 dash? Okay, what is d1 dash? Means the distance of this point from the other source. Okay, so this is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 4 lambda by 2 and 5 lambda by 2. So the distance of the point from the other source is 5 lambda by 2. Now the difference is d1 dash minus d1, it is equals to 5 lambda by 2 minus 3 lambda by 2, it is lambda. Okay, means 1 lambda. Now choose this point 2. Okay, for point 2 find d2 dash, means the distance of point 2 from the second source, that is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2 means lambda. Okay, and the distance of this point from source S1, that is d2, is equals to 1 lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 4 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, 6 lambda by 2. So 6 lambda by 2 means 3 lambda, and the difference is d2 minus d2 dash, and you will get 2 lambda. So you see that the path difference for constructive interference is integer multiple of lambda. Okay, so hence we can conclude that the path difference should be integer multiple of lambda, where p is any integer. Now calculate the path difference of the points where we get destructive interference. Okay, so at point 3 and 4 we get destructive interference. For point 3, find the distance of this point from the source S1. Okay, and it is d3. d3 is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2 and 3 lambda by 2. So d3 is 3 lambda by 2. And what is d3 dash? Means the distance of this point from the source S2, it is 1 lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, that is lambda. 2 lambda by 2 is lambda, and the path difference is d3 minus d3 dash is equals to 3 lambda by 2, and it was 2 lambda by 2. Okay, so 3 lambda by 2 minus 2 lambda by 2 is 1 lambda by 2. Okay, this point 4, for this point the distance of point 4 from source S1 is d4, which is 1 lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 4, 5, 5 lambda by 2. It is 5 lambda by 2, and the distance of point 4 from the source S2 is lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2. So d4 dash is 2 lambda by 2. Now the path difference is d4 minus d4 dash, and it comes out to be 3 lambda by 2. Okay, now you see that for the points where we get destructive interference, the path difference is only odd multiples of lambda by 2. Okay, so if you summarize, then you can write the path difference of the points where we get destructive interference must be odd multiples of lambda by 2. Okay, so this is the locations of destructive interference, and this is the location of constructive interference when the two waves interfere in a medium.